Yes, that is a possibility. Believe me, I understand your concern. Due to the programming structure of this experimental technique, we must always be wary of any potential errors. However, considering your condition and the terms of your release program, I believe the benefits far outweigh any risks. The only reason we couldn't properly assess the delegation system before now is because obviously it requires an environment compromised of variables. The hospital and these facilities are, as you know, very controlled environments. Your reactions, synthetic or otherwise, would be influenced by your willingness to cooperate. Therefore, we have chosen you and few others to demonstrate the system socially and publicly as, well, rehabilitated pillars of a brave new society. The politics are above my head, I'm afraid. Oh, the stitches will heal quickly. The incision was clean and without complication. You may feel slight pressure on your spinal cord just above the shoulder blades, but that too will fade. Soon you'll forget it's there, and the scar will barely be noticeable in a few years' time. As far as the unit, you will need monthly scans for the first year, and then hopefully yearly checkups will suffice. Of course, you will have multiple direct phone lines to specialists and technicians in case of any emergency with the device. We're all as invested as you are. The app is installed on your home screen, but you can move it wherever you like. We do recommend that you keep it readily available and running as often as possible. It will drain your battery, so try to stop the program whenever you're not interacting or when you're sleeping. Think of it as caring for contact lenses. Stop it at night and when you're resting your eyes. It's all been installed, just point and shoot, like you're taking a picture or making a video. The phone records the interaction and the app delegates the emotion. We're all very confident with the preliminary results. As you know, we'll supply you with all the literature, the websites, and the additional training you may require to answer any questions you may have. Do you have any now?
Is this how normal feels?
Maybe you should ask E-mote. It's running now. So, are you feeling normal?
I feel fine. I feel fine.
That's excellent. You're scheduled for release at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, and everything will be prepared for your departure. It says here that your brother has signed you out as your preliminary guardian until we've established the level of your rehabilitation.
It doesn't last long.
It will grow on you in time. Like all prescription medication, it takes a while for the body to absorb the treatment and respond accordingly. The installation is really ingenious in terms of programming, but the human element always allows for inconsistencies that even the greatest doctors and techies can't always predict. In many cases, like that show Black Mirror. Have you seen that one? Are you still with us?
Yes. Yes, I'm sorry. It's a lot to take in all at once.
That's entirely understandable. I truly believe that practical application will provide you with more answers than any situations we could hypothesize. So what do you think? Are you ready to take a bold step for mankind?
Yes. Yes, I am.
I hope you'll be comfortable here. These air mattresses are better than a couch. which is where I sleep these days more often than not. Because of the old ball and chain. I'm just kidding. That was it. Anyway, the TV's over there, and I put some of your old clothes in the closet. Oh, and you saw the kitchen. Just feel free to grab whatever if you get hungry.
I want to thank you. I didn't know where else to go. Thank you.
Anytime. So, how are you? Is everything all right?
I feel fine. I feel fine.
I'm glad. Oh, I was going to ask you, this weekend I'm going camping in the woods. I was going to go alone, you know, man versus nature, deep contemplation, all that. But I'd love it if you could come along. Like when we were kids, we'd put up the tent in the backyard. Kind of two brothers in the wilderness. You think you'd be up for that? It's really up to you. I don't want to put any pressure on you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's sort of get away from it all.
Exactly.
I can't wait.
Great. All right, well, get some sleep.
Yeah.
Good night.
Swim so free, heaven above and sea below, and a little while on the 1, 2, 3, 4, baby below.
You guys can judge me all day long. They came here to have a nice dinner, so just everybody relax. You all have to have somebody to blame and criticize instead of saying, what's the problem? The problem is you. Yes, it is. No, all of you can off and go think of something else to talk about. I've seen you guys through.
Will be inclined to go ahead with the process. Sandra?
Arguments that Democrats are making right now.
Well, Democrats are suggesting that basically their Republican colleagues are
Hey, are you awake? We're making breakfast. Are you hungry?
Yes. Yes, thanks. I'll be right down.
TP's here too, huh? Larry, these balloons aren't gonna stay filled till New Year's. Those aren't for New Year's. Those are my everyday balloons.
Fucking Kramer. Get a job! Who is it?
It's me.
You can come in.
Hey,
What are you doing here?
your brother let me in. I thought I owed you a visit. Is that okay?
Yes?
May I sit down?
Yes, you can. These conflicting parties are pointless. The year 2000 was the same as all the rest.
It's kind of funny though, right? I mean, just how silly it is.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. I never really understood humor, I guess. Of course you know that.
Yeah, that was an adjustment.
Why did you make it?
What?
The adjustment. Why did you try with me?
You were just so alert. More honest than anyone I'd ever met. I've been lied to my whole life. I just thought you were eccentric. How are you? Really?
I need to emote.
You mean you
I need my phone.
Can't we just talk? Can we talk?
For how long? What did you want to talk about?
Doesn't matter. I need to ask you a question. Would you have gone through with it?
With what?
I always knew that you were disconnected. That you had a tendency to be brutally honest with people. But that girl, she was only 17. They say you didn't just snap. They said that it was methodical and you took your time. So would you have, if they hadn't stopped you, would you have...
Would I have what?
Would you have raped her? Raped her and killed her? No. The truth.
Yes. I wanted to and I would have. She wasn't real. It was okay.
Was it real?
A projection. For the rest of us. The ones who matter.
And who matters?
I haven't met many. I am real. My mother was real. I thought I may have met others in the institute or the hospitals, but I don't think so. Some understand, but they're still regular.
And that girl, you just feel nothing for her?
No, she wasn't real. I understand there are rules. I was caught breaking them, but she doesn't matter. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what this must be doing to you. I don't like hurting you. I don't like that I've caused so much pain in so many people.
But you do. You do like it, or at least you don't care. Oh, your sister was right, you know. At the trial, in her own nutso way, she knows who you really are. And you haven't changed. You're just reprogrammed.
know that this technique is experimental and frightening, but I'm feeling for the first time, and I...
Am I real?
Of course you are.
No. No. Now. Am I real?
I've tried very hard to believe so. My brother, too. You two mean more to me in the course of my life than any other thing. I used to think there was something wrong with me, something off. But no. You're not real. I expected that.
4 years. 4 years together, and I have to find out what you did on Facebook. People are still posting about it, you know. And all I could think was that you just snapped. I mean, I know you've always been cynical and frustrated, so I thought that you just had some sort of breakdown. Just one moment of true clinical insanity. But you've always been this sick, haven't you? The whole time. Not charming or confident, just sick. It was all lies. Another lie, a lifetime full of lies, and I fell for it again. I don't hate you. I hate myself, but I don't hate you. I pity you. I fear for you.
I know you do.
I loved you, you know, so much. More than I imagine you can understand, but I loved you. And that love, that was real.
Yes, I believe you did. Goodbye.
By the way, Newman, I'm just curious. When you booked the hotel, did you book it for the Millennium New Year?
As a matter of fact, I did.
Oh, that's interesting, because as everyone knows, since there was no year zero, the Millennium doesn't begin until the year 2001, which would make your party 1 year late, and thus, quite lame. Oh.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
Did you miss being outside? I mean, when you were in the hospital, I know they gave you outdoors time when it was nice out, but did you miss this at all?
Every place is the same.
I just think it's easier to breathe out here, easier to think. The people and the traffic and congestion, it can be hard to put your thoughts together, hard to focus.
It can get claustrophobic at times, being surrounded by distraction. Meditation is important. It's finding peace and quiet that's the hard part.
You must have had so much time to think.
Yes, but I don't think much.
Well, that's a blessing, believe me. Sometimes I think we normals are the real crazy ones. I'm so sorry. I did not mean it in that way.
It's okay. I'm not offended.
I sent a dick pic.
A what?
A picture of my... to somebody at work. We had always just flirted, you know, innocently. We're both in relationships. It was always kind of like banter, you know, and it was funny. But one day we were just trying to top each other, and so she sent me one of her at work. So I went into the bathroom and
And what happened next?
she said, "Nice one." And I got sick. I'm not kidding. Stomach sick. It went too far. It was too far. And the fact that I did it in the first place, I'm so ashamed.
Why?
Why? Because I'm in a relationship. I just got engaged. I mean, this was a few weeks ago, and nothing has happened since, but the fact that I even did it, I just don't want it coming back to haunt me.
You don't want to hurt her. I see now.
Should I tell her? Should I just come clean and hope that she forgives me?
No. Relationships as people have them cannot survive on truth. People are always happier with lies. Lies are androgynous. Truth is categorical.
Do you really believe that?
I suppose it came out sounding worse than I wanted. I think if you're done flirting with this coworker, then the worst is over. There's no need to burden anyone else with
I know I'll never feel right doing something like that again, but I keep dwelling on it. Wondering if it was just jitters over the engagement or some other kind of weakness inside me. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Am I a bad person? Would this make you hate my character in a movie? Or I know what I was doing when I did it. What does that say about me?
Your problems are ordinary. People consume themselves with social interactions and the emotions of everyone with whom they associate. You should have had sex with your coworker. That situation will not present itself again. Now you feel guilty for nothing.
Is this reverse psychology or something?
Yes.
So what you're saying is, what I did could have been a lot worse.
Okay.
Let's just set up camp here. My problem is, I need to know if I'm mature enough to handle what's in front of me. You know, marriage, a career, children in the future. We're part of this generation that never really learned how to grow up. We leech off our parents. We rate our social media scores over actual social interactions. And we send dick pics like there's nothing disgusting about it. How can I be the man I want to be when our culture is so disconnected? Anyway, maybe we should build a fire.
The reason we feel so disconnected is because nothing matters. We've discovered that God doesn't exist, Santa doesn't exist, and we are not special as we have always been told. We must learn to live for ourselves and not for the image we hope to project. Projection is not living. Our lives only matter as far as we allow them. That's why we who are real must transcend above the regulars, the projections. It's our responsibility to live to our fullest potential because we are surviving on a superior existential plane. No one else matters because they are not real. Do you finally understand now? You and all others like you are vassals, born to serve. You have your own lives and your own concerns, but they are irrelevant. You are irrelevant.
Ha ha ha!